What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and today we are working on the EP3 Type R, and what we're doing today is we're gonna install some shifter bushings over here, as you guys can see. And
are you done talking? They want to see the install.
And they gotta know what we're installing. And we are installing the transmission springs. Thank you so much to Acuity for sending that out. That is absolutely awesome. Alex, stop. He always does this. Let me do the intro.
By the time you're done talking, it's done.
I know. Thank you so much for sending these parts out. This is a crazy video and episode. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Do that quickly now before the video starts and Alex finishes and it's all done. The benefit to this is the transmission spring gives you that kind of notchy feel. So when you're in gear, not notchy, more of a snap feel. So when you're in gear, you're sure you're in gear, and it's not going to give you that sloppiness that some of these shifters have. And I know my car has that a little bit over here. And and the shifter bushings are obviously going to help. This is nuts. The shifter bushings are obviously going to help, and it's going to help make your shifting a little more precise, higher speeds and stuff like that. And I'm assuming that these are old from 2002, so it's definitely going to need a refresh, and I'm excited to install this. And let's dive into it before Alex has a heart attack, and let's go. We're going to walk you guys through on basically how to do this and give you guys an idea of how to do it. That makes sense, right? All right. So obviously we're going to take off the intake because what we are tackling is down here. It's where your shifter...
So what you got to take out is this. Like
see?
That, like that.
I wonder how that was loose, huh? Movie magic. And then, so first thing, obviously remove your intake. If it's aftermarket, it's gonna look like this. If it's not, it's gonna be your stock one, and we'll do that. And I believe this works on RSXs and maybe different 7th gens as well. But I will double check, and down below you'll see the link for these, and you guys can purchase them and do all that type of stuff. So the transmission spring, if this focuses in, will sit in here. So we're gonna have to take these bushings out so that we can get to it. While the cables in general, we're gonna take them out, and then we're gonna do the transmission spring. And then once that's installed, we're gonna do the bushings, and then yeah, hopefully it kind of brightens the shifter up a little bit and tightens it up and makes it feel a little new, because there is some sloppiness in it. So we're gonna tackle all this, and then we'll show you what you have to do when the transmission spring comes into play. Now what we are doing, you're taking the pins off from the shifter bushings there. Basically just bend them straight, as you guys can hopefully see, because it's just a little dark here. And there you go. Bend them straight, and what we're gonna do is get needle nose and pull them out. And you're gonna do this for both of them here. And that one as well, you're gonna pull them out and try not to lose them. So once you got those out, you'll be able to, oh, there that goes. You'll be able to just get them out. Same with this guy over here. So you can do one of two things. You can either remove these completely by pulling these up and removing the cables, or try working around them to get to here. Looks like it's a few bolts holding it in place. There's a number 10 between both cables there, and let's hope this comes out easily. Oh yeah!
Of course it does.
This is an older vehicle, but luckily there's not that many kilometers on it. There's about 77,000 on this Type R.
So I took out a bolt that's right behind this shifter cable right here. If you can see this, there's one 10 mil right underneath here. And then as you can see as well, there's another 1 and 2 right here. So I'm gonna be taking that out right now. And there's one right here. If you move the shifter this way, there's one bolt right here, right in the middle here. So I'm gonna be doing that right now for you boys and gals. So from what I've noticed so far, the bolts are different sizes, so make sure you keep that longer one for over there in between the shifter area there. So once you remove the 4 bolts, you get like a little pry bar or something and put it just underneath here, as you can see, just underneath here. And right now I'm using a key for coils, but yeah, something with a little pry bar or something just to prop this up, and it breaks free. You got the Honda bond that's there.
So remove the housing. So what you have to do is, so there's an Allen key or like a hex key underneath here that releases the mechanism from coming up. So make sure your mechanism is in neutral. Release this here, and then when you pull it out straight out and slowly. Try not to shift too many gears or do anything like that or mess with it. And yeah, so now what you want to do, you're gonna see you have Honda bond all within here. Clean that out, and then we're gonna tackle the bolts. So the way this all came out, try keeping it the same way so that it is not moved in any certain way. The way you took it out should be the way you put it back in, basically. But remove all the Honda bond that's there. We'll apply some once we reinstall it. But yeah, you can use your nail, or you can lightly just scrape it off with something. With a blade. With like a blade or something. So what we're trying to tackle here, if I can hold the light and do it all at once. Alex, show them the bolt that we have to take out. So we have to take out that bolt right there, which I think is going to be a pain in the ass. I think that's going to give us a bit of trouble. But wish us luck. So we're going to take that bolt out, then basically replace the springs with the Acuity springs. And yeah, let's get into it. Oh, wow. The Incredible Hulk here. Let's go. It's all about that leverage, huh? See that body leverage? That is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. So what's going to happen now, once you remove this bolt, sorry Alex, this entire thing is going to remove, and you're going to kind of slide it all out. Make sure you know the orientation that it's in, because you have to put it back the exact same way. So pay close attention to how you are doing this. The small one goes first, and then the large one. Okay. And then we're going to put this all back the same exact way. Really? Boom. So we've got the bolt in and we assemble it back. Now what we're gonna do is, he's just cleaning that off right now, and we're gonna apply some Honda bond. Obviously it's not gonna, there you go, focus in. We're gonna apply some Honda bond onto that, and then we're gonna install it into the EP3. And once it's installed, we're basically just gonna do the same process that we did. We'll show you how to do the shifter bushings after this, and then we'll probably go for a little drive. Looks like it stopped raining, and yeah, we'll see if it feels any better, and we'll let you know how it is. When applying the Honda bond, make sure you apply it in the same spot that you saw it. If your Honda bond is a little old like ours, it will be a little more difficult. We've reassembled everything, and we've put it back in. Now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna replace these guys in here, and it's pretty easy. You just gotta pop them out. You can use a flathead or something and they'll pop out. And then what we're gonna do is put the Acuity ones in, and then we're gonna go for a drive and see how this all plays into effect. The shifter was a little sloppy on the EP3, mind you that it's a very old car, but it doesn't have many kilometers, but mind you that at the same time. So we're gonna do this now, and yeah, we'll go for a drive. To get this, you can use like a Robertson or a flathead, and literally just gotta pry them out. Oh, just watch your hands. And there you go, and we'll be replacing that. So that's a larger one and the smaller one, and we'll be replacing with the Acuity ones, which are going to help just keep that shifter a little more precise. And well, bam, at least with the Acuity stuff, we're going to have a little more color in the bay as well. A little purple is always nice, never hurt anybody. We're just going to put the pin in now, and then just bend them back the way you took them out, and we're pretty much done. We are going to just finish this up, put the battery back in the intake, and I'll see you in the car. Welcome to the cockpit of the EP3. My initial thoughts in driving this is that I can initially right away tell a difference in how this is going to gear. You have more confidence going to gear. You know you're in gear when you're in gear. One thing I was having a little issues with is in this car, when I went to third gear, I wasn't sure if I was in third gear. I had that, and I don't know why, but this definitely helped. Remember, we did the shifter bushings and the transmission spring. The car is feeling good. Like, let's get a downshift. Feeling, yeah. It's definitely less sloppy, if that makes any sense. Obviously, this is gonna be a little different because every car is different when you install these type of things. But this is definitely a little less sloppy than what it was before. Definitely it's a mod to do for the price as well, especially for this car. It was older and it made a big difference. To a newer car, you probably won't feel as much of a difference, but the transmission spring alone was well worth $27. If you do it yourself, you're gonna save yourself obviously shop time and shop money, and I highly suggest the transmission springs. The shifter bushings are good as well, but you mainly feel those shifter bushings at watt, which we haven't got to yet, but we will. You feel them at watt when you're shifting. It just makes everything like a little more precise than what it really is. Yeah, so far so good. I really like it. You initially, even when like you're stopped, you can feel just the tension behind the gear pushing it in. Some people say it gets a little too tight, but I guess my shifter and transmission spring and everything was really sloppy and loose, that like it brought it back to life, almost like it should have been from factory. But I highly suggest you guys should check it out. and let me know. If you guys do, let me know what your thoughts are on. But for me personally, I really like it. Definitely, like just this, like that tension, before it would just kind of slide in, it was really soft and really sloppy. But this tension alone, so you know you're in gear, as you can see, like it has a bit of tension behind. Before I was able to just kind of slide it in, but as you're shifting gears, you want to know you're in gear, and you have that. It's almost like a bit of a, like, yeah, the best word is tension. You have tension and boom, it's in gear. Tension, boom, it's in gear. Really, really good. Install wasn't horrible, but it was definitely a little more complicated than most of like your shifter bushing installs and all that. So if you're not very handy, try finding a friend that is. Maybe bolts you can tackle it on. And if you're not comfortable doing it, go to the shop, because this is something, if you do mess it up, it is your transmission at the end of the day. But I had full confidence in Alex, as you guys saw, as he took over. I've never done anything like this. I don't think he has either. But we did it.
I have now.
There you go. Now the experience is under the belt and we figured it out. And let's hope we can get a watt pull here, and I'll tell you really if I can feel a difference at watt as well. So let's see. We got a second gear pull. Nice. Yeah, that was actually a lot better. Mind you, I don't have a lot of experience watt shifting or racing this car, so I'm not doing anything insanely fast, but you do feel a difference. I was having issues putting into third and knowing I was in third. That was my main issue of this car, and with that alone, I know I'm in gear, which is pretty cool. I knew I was in gear in third there. I didn't hesitate. I didn't take my foot off the clutch and back on, not knowing. It gave me confidence putting into gear, which is really cool. Let's get a downshift to third and maybe a pull. Yo, this car pulls, man. For what it is, this car pulls really nice. This car for a 2-liter pulls pretty hard for what it is. It's pretty impressive. We'll get it on the dyno and get numbers on it so we can see exactly what it's pushing with the mods. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to reach that 20K mark. We're hustling. Thank you to Alex for helping me do this mod. But yeah, once again, thanks again. Peace out. Make sure you do it once, do it right. Later.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lowpes, and welcome back to another episode.
We don't
I'm gonna be installing an Acuity spring inside underneath the intake and underneath the shifter cables.
This guy's nuts. What's up,
YouTube?
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to
another video.
This guy sucks.